Hello. Okay.
Yes, yes,
We was talking about the like last class how to delete the cell and how to delete the
yes.
row and column with respect to cell. When we are talking about row and column, then this is the way we have to define the range, and then we have to call entire row if we want to delete the entire row or entire column, whatever range we
Mhm.
have defined, whatever range we have defined, out of that range, whatever row or column are there, is going to delete. So we did last time, right? And
Yes.
if you're talking particular like a columns only, so you can define like this: column k means what? K entire column is going to delete, correct? And in
Mm-hmm.
that, one thing is there, don't you know, let's say if you are going to define k colon k, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Like this one you are going to define, and then entire row dot delete or dot delete. So what is going to do? What is going to do is going to delete k colon k entire row, means whatever are there from the first to entire row is
Mm-hmm.
going to delete, and again is going to add the new rows. Okay, let me do, otherwise it will throw an error. Let's see here, got deleted entire row, whatever was there got deleted, even heading part
Yes.
and everything got deleted. But what got deleted? Row or column? What got deleted? Entire row. So
The
what
whole
what
data,
range?
whole data got deleted, right?
Yes, exactly. The see what we have defined. We have defined k colon k. So k colon k, the range is this. So out of this, how many rows are there in this defined range? How many rows are there? Can you let me know? Hello, hello.
Yeah, I think you're breaking off a lot today.
Okay. What I am asking you, how many rows are there in this range? K colon k. Hello, hello. So what I am
Yes.
asking you, if you are going to define the range k
Mm-hmm.
colon k, what it
Yeah.
means? So in k colon k, how many rows are there? There is only one column which is k, and how many
Right.
row are there? Entire row from the
Right.
one to
Right.
end, right? Whatever row are there is going to delete the entire row, whatever are there. Let's
Right.
say, yeah, if you want to delete this, all the things, whatever are there, what you
Right.
can do, entire row you can select, one column you can select, and you can delete the entire row. Correct?
Right. Right. Because the k, whatever the value, wherever the value is in the k column is going to delete it, right? So
Exactly.
that's why I deleted the entire data set.
Yes, exactly. Entire data got deleted. So while defining this one, so you have to make sure that okay, what things is going to delete. Otherwise, it can delete the entire record, whatever are there, and it will
Right.
not come back.
Yes.
Because if BVA you are doing, so it will not come back. If you are thinking that Control Z you can do and you can get the data, so it will
Right.
not come back. I'm
Right.
pressing Control Z, but it's not coming back. The data
Right.
and all, right? So
Mm-hmm.
this is the things is there, so which you should understand, right? So now we are going to talk about the insert cell and how to insert the row and column, new row and new column. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the topic, okay, which you have to understand now. Delete row and delete cell, delete column and delete sheet. If you want to delete the sheet, so one simple formula, what you have to do, you have to define the range. This is the range worksheet, which you have to tell worksheet and worksheet name and dot delete.
Right.
Correct? And with the range, if you are trying to delete, so there is no options, I think so. Only one option is there, delete only, but it's not talking about the delete sheet. Correct? So there is no
Mm-hmm.
options to delete the sheet while defining the range. Okay? So
Mm-hmm.
if you want to delete the sheet, then you have to define like this. Worksheet, and then you have to keep the name, and then you have to press and you have to use the delete options. This is the one way. and it's asking the number of index also is asking worksheet. Okay, worksheet, the sheet is asking okay what is the index.
Right.
Either you can tell okay first index, second index, third index I want to delete. So this
Mm-hmm.
is the one. Or what you can do, you can give the name here. That
Mm-hmm.
first index, second index, third index, whatever you want to delete, so you can use
Right.
like this. Or if you don't want like delete index wise, then you can define the sheet name. Whatever
Right.
sheet name you have, you can define. Let's say if you want to delete this set, so what is the name of this merge? So you have to
Mm-hmm.
pass it as merge dot delete.
Right.
Fine. So it will
Mm-hmm.
delete permanently. So this is the delete related things. Now we are going to talk about the insert. While inserting, what we are going to get. Okay. The same scenario, nothing else. So what I am going to do, I am going to insert the value to this range, which you are aware about it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
it's going to this set, and inside this sheet we have to define the range, and whatever range we are going to define, out of that we are going to pass what the value, which is
Right.
ff. Correct.
Right. Yes.
Now, so what you have to do, make habit for this. So first you have to make it active. What activate?
Mm-hmm.
What activate? What it means, doesn't mean on which seat you are. You are here or somewhere else. So if you
Right.
are
Right.
going to execute this line of code, what it will do, it will activate this seat first, wherever
Right.
it is there. So here
Right.
is here. So it's going to activate first, and then whatever activity you are going to do, you can do. It will applicable for that seat. So now I
Yes.
am going to execute one by one, and you can observe. It's activated, that's it. Yes, exactly, got activated now. And now I'm going to pass the value to C6 to H15, right?
Mm-hmm.
Just see, I pass the value here. Now, most important, now whatever scenario we have discussed for the delete option. So this opposite, if it's going to insert the cell, so
Mm-hmm.
shifting will happen or not? Yes, exactly, it will happen. So
Yeah.
D6, where is the D6? Here, D6, correct?
Mm.
So
Yeah.
if I am going to insert the cell here to this place, so what going to happen? What about the current cell here? So this cell, it will shift somewhere else. Either it will shift down or it will
Right.
shift what? Right hand side.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So where is going to shift?
Uh, I believe it's going to ship to bottom, right?
Okay. What was the delete scenario if we are going to delete? If equal ratio equal or move column, then rows, then it will shift down, it will shift up, shift up. In case of delete, okay, in case of
Mm-hmm.
delete cell, same way if you are going to insert, so what it will happen, if equal or more column than
Mm-hmm.
rows, then it will shift down. What? It will shift down in case of insert cell.
Okay.
What? In case of insert cell. So now we are talking about D9. So how many
Right.
row and how many column are there with this
One.
range?
One and one.
One and one. So for
Right.
the equal or more column than rows, then what it's going to do is going to shift down. Correct or not?
Right. Right.
By
Right.
default. That is the default property. In
Yeah.
case of insert option. Correct? In case of
Yeah.
insert option. So that is the one. Second things, so let me execute it. Okay, what going to happen? Have you observed what happened?
Yes.
It
Yes.
shifted to right.
Yes. I saw that. Yeah.
Yeah, it shifted to right, right? But it should shift okay down only. Let me see what happened. Okay. Let me stop this execution, and I have to type at here. If I am going to delete directly, just a second. Here, if you are going to insert new cell here,
Mm-hmm.
so it should shift down for one and one. Mhm. Okay, okay, more rows. Okay, okay. The thing is, see, for all is going to shift right hand side, but it should not happen like this. Okay, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Last time we discussed about it, because the thing is, if you are going to insert here, these two options are there.
Right.
Based on our rate, whatever we have defined is going to identify. If it's the equal, what is going to do? It will shift down.
Mm-hmm.
If it's like a greater column, if you have a more column compared to rows, so
Right.
now in this case also is going to shift down. That is the default property. Right? This is
Mm-hmm.
the default property. If you have number of rows are greater than like the number of columns, so what is going to do is going to shift to the right. So that
Right.
is the default property. If
Mm-hmm.
it's not working like that, so what it means, we are using the VBA, right? So maybe because of that reason it's not happening. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So what we can do in that case, we can use this property. Okay. So we can forcefully we can shift to down. What?
Mm-hmm.
Forcefully we can shift down. No problem
Okay.
at all. Here already I demonstrate. Okay. If you are going to shift, so what going to happen? So by default is going to shift to the down. So
Right.
let me do it once again manually here. Maybe it can start working. Shift it down. Okay. And we insert it. No empathy. Something is there. And created music here. And I'm going I want to show you the default setting where it's going to set. Nothing else, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, let's see if I'm going to insert one cell, so it should sit down. Just see here, there
Yeah.
is it was not working, but here it's working. Where is going to shift default shifting? Where is happening? It's happening to the down. So what is the ratio as of now? One and one. One and
Right.
one ratio means what? It will shift down, correct?
Yeah. Yeah.
And two and two, what it will happen? It will shift down,
It's
correct?
same
Yeah,
thing. Yeah.
yeah. So I'm going to now it's working here fine. Okay, equal ratio shift down. If you have a number of rows is greater than number of columns, then what it will do? It will shift to the right. Now
Right.
where is going to shift? Is going to shift
Right.
to the right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. So that is the default shifting. What? Default shifting. So let's do it here itself. That VBA code. Okay, I'm not going to execute this line of code.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? I'm
Yeah.
making a comment now. It's going to pass the value where it's going to pass to this range.
Yeah.
Okay, and then we are going to execute. Is pass the value there, no problem at all. And now I'm going to insert to D6. D6
Mm-hmm.
which we have a like equal ratio. Where is
Right.
going to shift? Is going to shift down. So that is the by default property it should happen. Just see
Right.
it shifted down or not? Yes.
Yes.
They
Yes.
shifted down. Okay. Due to some modification and all, it was not working into the old shape.
Mm.
Okay, into the first shape. But here it's working. So that is the
Yeah.
default nature. What? That is the default nature. And
Right.
if you are not happy with that default nature, then what we can do? We can use okay that kind of property we can use. If you
Right.
are not happy with that, insert default one. Okay, so default one is
Mm.
going to shift down. But if you are
Right.
not happy with that, then what we can do? we can use shift to right. So there are two shifting. Either you can shift down or you can
Yeah.
shift to the right. That's it.
Right.
So now where is going to shift is going to shift right. So just observe what's going to happen. So because what is the ratio now? Equal ratio. For the
Yeah.
equal ratio, default shifting is what? Down. But forcefully I am going to tell not down. It should be what? Excel to right.
Right.
So this is the correct property for the shifting. Shift Excel to right, or it should be shift to right. What
I
it should
mean,
be? It
it
should
should
be
be.
shift to right, or like a shift to right. Excel to right.
Yeah.
What
Shift
it
to
should be?
shift. I think shift to right. I
Yes,
don't remember.
exactly. Yeah. So if you have a confusion, then what you have to do already I told you, right? Then
Yeah.
you have to go to the doc file of the VBA. Okay, VBA doc file you have to open, and there you will get the clear idea about it, what it should be. Unfortunately, it was working with that
Yeah.
property, but that property is not. This is the one which we can use for the insert.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? To
Mm-hmm.
shift to right, like to right, it was working, but that is not perfect one. This is the perfect property for this.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Right? So let me execute what going to happen. The seat shifted to right or not? Yes.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
now the default property it was shifted to down, but what happened is shifted to right. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So now you are going to tell me DF to F13. D8, where is the D8 to F13? Now can you tell me what is the row and column are there?
You said down, right? Here you're forcing the system to go
How
down,
many
right?
rows and how many column are there?
That doesn't match, right? Because we have two columns, three column, 5 rows, right? So
Yeah.
it's
So what is
should
the
be
default shifting?
by right, right.
Right. Yes, exactly. So now we last time we used this one, right?
Yeah.
Maybe it will work according to that. Let's see how to do. The default shifting it should be right. So let me
Right.
see. Okay, let's do it. Okay, and see where it's going to be. So default shifting where happening? It's happened to the right. Correct?
Right. Right.
Yeah, it should work like that. Correct or not? The
Yeah.
default setting. So it's working fine. Now, if you are not happy with that, so what we are going to do, we are going to shift down. So this is
Right.
the correct one, Excel down, or it should be shift down. It
Shift
should
down.
be shift down, exactly. What it should be shift down. Excel and shift shift down. Yeah, this is the one which we have to use. Shift
Mm-hmm.
down, correct? Now what is
Mm-hmm.
going to do is going to shift down the default not default. Forcefully we are going to tell for this range you have to shift down. And we know default property is what? Shift to right.
Mm-hmm.
Just see it shifted down all the records. Fine? Fine?
Yes. Yes. But the one thing I noticed,
Uh-huh.
it, it didn't start from 17, 16, row 16. It did from 21, right? Something like that.
No, is here what was the value? Nothing, empty. Correct or not? So this
Oh.
value is
Yeah.
shifted to down. Exact same
Okay.
column is
Okay. Okay.
shifted to
Yeah.
down.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
there
Okay.
was nothing. There was nothing. So what is going to shift? Is not going to shift anything.
Right.
So
Right.
that was the empty record. So those empty records got shifted down here, and this one was there. It shifted to and after like 6 rows got shifted. Correct or not?
Okay. Oh,
So
yeah.
this
Yeah.
was
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Again,
Yeah.
what we are going to do? Again, we are going to insert the default property. What it will be? So it's going to shift right. So this many
Mm-hmm.
things, this many records is going to shift to the right. So
Right.
here what we have? We have a null. There is
Yeah.
nothing value. There is no value. But even we are going to insert the cell inside on this place, right? So
Mm-hmm.
whatever cells are there, where is going to move? Is going to shift to the right. Correct?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
let me execute this line of code and you can observe it. The see, I executed this line of code. What happened from the D8 to 13,
Yeah.
D13? This was not shifted because this
Right.
was not within a range. So
Right.
this things was in range. So this one got shifted here itself to the right.
Yeah.
And
Right.
whatever things was there in right hand side, and it shifted 3 more columns. Done.
Right.
So this is the default shifting. Okay, so hope you understand. And now we can clear the data, whatever data was there. We have cleared the data insert. So insert, you understand how to insert the cells. Okay, and if you are going to, if you are not going to define where it should sit right or it should sit down, in that case, what it will happen, the default property, whatever it will be there, is going to do according to that, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
And if you do want, let's say it's going to shift down, that is the default property, because you are
Yes.
going to define the equal ratio. For the equal ratio, what it will do? It will shift down. If you are
Right.
not happy with that, then what you can do? You can use
We
the
can force
equal.
it.
Yeah, exactly. You can force. Okay, shift to right. That's it. Got it?
Yeah.
Yeah. That is the case of what? Insert cell. Now we are going to talk about insert row and insert column. What? Insert row and insert column. Same
Mm-hmm.
option, nothing else. Only we are going to pick what? We are going to pick the value, cell,
Mm-hmm.
an entire row and entire column. Last time we used that. So on that time we was using the delete options.
Mm-hmm.
Correct? Now
Mm-hmm.
delete options we are using. So whatever like a rows column we have defined in this range is going to delete. If you are going to use the delete property.
Right, right.
So what is going to do? So within this range, whatever column are there is going to delete. How many column
Mm-hmm.
are there in this range? One
Right.
column.
It's only it's a one
Yeah.
column, right?
Yeah. So one column means it's going to delete that column, right? So
Yeah.
now we are not talking about the delete, we are talking about what? Insert.
Insert.
Okay. So before that I want to pass the value here to this cell.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So now I remove those and I am going to execute this line of code. This is pass the value or not? Yes, exactly pass
Yeah.
the value. Where is the D9? D9 is here. If I am going to insert one cell, one row, one column, then what is going to do? Whatever records are there, it is going to shift to the right.
Mm-hmm.
For the one equal ratio, where is going to shift?
Equal by default, it should be down 101, right?
Yeah, one and one, but we are talking about the entire column. So
Right, right.
now, can you tell me how many row and how many column are there?
Well, we have one column, but we have multiple rows, right? So yeah.
Yeah, so for more rows, where is going to sit?
Right,
Right, by default, right? So even we selected only D9 and we are talking with respect to D9, we are
right,
talking about the entire column. In
right.
entire column, D column, how many rows are there? We have many rows and one
Right.
column. If you have more rows compared to the column, then what is going to do? It's going to shift to right. That is the
Yeah.
default nature, right? So for the more rows, what is going to do is going to insert the new row, new column, just left to this side. Correct or
Mm-hmm.
not? Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. Just see what's going to happen. Is shifted or not? Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. Whatever records was there is got shifted and one new column got created. So
Right.
this column new got inserted and whatever record was there is got shifted to the right. Then
Right. Yeah.
yeah. So this is the one. And now if I'm talking about the entire row, so in this range, how many rows are there? D9.
D9,
Yeah.
one.
Hello.
I lost you for a few minutes. Yeah.
Yeah.
So yes.
No, actually the sound was coming from outside.
Uh,
Okay. So okay, we was talking about like the insects. So hope you understand. If I am
yeah.
talking about the D9, where is the
Yeah.
D9? Here is the D9. And now
Right.
I'm talking about what entire row with respect to this.
Right.
Now, if I'm talking about the entire column with respect to this, the entire row. So which one is more, column or row?
It's a one-to-one, right?
No,
D9. Oh, no, no,
D9
sorry.
with
Rows,
respect,
sorry. Rows are more. Rows are more.
yeah,
A column
with
are more. Column
yeah,
are more.
column or more. So if we have a column or more, so where is going to sit? It's going to sit down, right? By
Yeah.
default. So with
Yeah.
respect to D9, if we are talking about the entire row, so entire row, what all things will come? So there are more column and less
Yeah.
row. Only one
Yeah.
row and more column are there. So what is the default shifting? It will shift down, correct or not?
Right. Right.
Yeah. So let me make it marked here. So this is the one. What we is going to do is going to shift down. Whatever record are there is going to
Mhm.
shift down. Let's see what's going to happen. Let's see. This record earlier it was in D9.
Right.
Now it's got shifted and new record got inserted. Correct
Right.
on this place.
Mhm.
Hope you understand.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you do want to use the entire row, entire column, then you can define like this. No problem at all. So this is what entire row, entire column, and directly
Mhm.
you can use the insert. What? You can use the insert. No problem at all. And if you are defining the range and you are going to insert, then it will work according to what? Is going to, let's say here you are using D9, E9 and insert. What where is going to insert? It's going to insert the cell. It's not going to insert the column. Correct?
Mhm.
Yeah. So if you are going to talk about like this, E column E means it's talking about what entire column, E column, it should insert. What is going to insert is going to insert the cell to entire column. So if you have a which one is greater now, row or column?
Uh, the
E column E means how
yeah,
many
yeah.
rows are how many column are there? Only one column and many rows.
Only one column, multiple rows. Yeah.
Yeah, multiple rows are there. So what is the default shifting? What is the default shifting?
By if it's a
Right, right.
yeah.
It's going to shift to right. Just see here. If I'm going to execute this line of code, so what it's going to do is shifted right. So whatever records was there got shifted. This many records was there, this got shifted to the right. Right?
Mhm.
So if you want to use further like this 8 colon 8, so 8 colon 8 means what? This is the one, and if you are going to insert now, more column are there and less row, right? Only one row and multiple column are there. So where is going to shift is going to shift it down. Then whatever
Mhm.
record are there. That is the default nature you should aware about it, nothing else. You see, whatever record was there got shifted down.
Mhm.
Okay, and multiple rows, multiple columns if you want to define. So this is the way G2I. So you can insert the multiple column, correct?
Mhm. Mhm.
Like that you can insert. So this is the one. For the rows, if you are talking multiple rows, if you want to insert at once, you can define this many range. So from 10 to 13. So 10 to 13. So this is the one. And if you are going to insert, so whatever record are there, so four rows is going to insert on top of it.
Mhm.
Well, in that case, so if you want to absorb G2I, the three rows is going to insert on this place, and this all the record will get shifted to the right. Correct? This
Mhm.
see, this absorb what's going to happen now. Correct? This three
Mhm.
column got inserted, and whatever was there is got shifted to the right.
Right.
Right? And for this one, whatever rows are there, like 10 to 13, so those rows it will shift it to down, and
Right.
four rows is going to insert. Yeah, let's see, four rows got inserted. Correct?
Mm.
And now I'm going to clear the data. Got clear, and I'm going to close it up. Right?
Yeah.
This is second.
Yes.
Okay. So hope you understand about this insert row.
Yes.
Okay, one more thing is there how to insert the sheet. So you understand how to insert the cell, how to
Yeah.
insert row and column with respect to the entire row, entire column, and if you are going to define your range like this, then not required to talk about it, entire row and entire column. So what we
Mhm.
can do in that case, we can use the insert directly. No problem at all. Fine?
Mhm. Mhm.
Yeah. So this is the related to what? Insert row and column, but we didn't talk about the insert stick, correct? So what we
Mhm.
can do if you are going to insert, so what we are going to do? Okay, I'm going to create insert stick very easy, nothing else. So what we have to do? We have to write worksheet
Yeah.
while inserting. Let's see, worksheet dot add. Okay, so we have a topic related to that. Okay, into the next session. So if you want to insert the sheet, so
Mhm.
with that way we can't do. With the help of the range we can't do. So this is the way to do. What? Like worksheet dot
Mhm.
add option is there. So what it's going to do is going to insert the new sheet. Okay, and what name you want to define, where you want to pass. So these many options are there, and how
Mhm.
many sheet you want to create. So that is the next topic which we are going to discuss in a bit. Okay.
Okay.
Yeah. So just you have to understand. Let me finish first this part, and then we'll move for this one only. So if you are
Okay.
not going to define anything here, let's say like a before or after, or count how many numbers you want, and what type of Excel you want to create, what type of object you want to create. So
Mhm.
only you have to write like this. So what is going to do with respect to your active sheet is going to insert the new sheet just to the left or right. Okay, because we have not specified before which sheet and after which sheet it should insert. Correct?
Okay. Mhm.
Yeah. So if I'm going to execute automatically whatever default is there, the default one is what? It
Sheet
will
5.
insert, yeah, left to sheet 5 only. Just see
Yeah.
what going to happen. Got inserted? Yes.
Yeah.
Sheet 6 got inserted. Where got inserted? Is inserted to
Before the
the
sheet.
active sheet. Yeah, exactly. Before active sheet. So here it got inserted. But if you don't want to insert at this place, so what you can do, you have to define, you have to specify this all the things.
Mhm.
Before what? Before sheet 6 and after what? After sheet, delete sheet. So in
Mhm.
between is going to insert somewhere. Okay,
Mhm.
so that one we have to define. Let's say before I want delete it. What? Before delete it. So we have to tell here delete cells. And now I'm not going to pass any other argument. It should delete, it should insert before this sheet, wherever is there. And it should be the
Mhm.
same name. And other argument, it's optional, whether we are going to pass or not an issue. The see, where is going to insert it? It's got inserted here, object failed, method add, this is failed. Mhm. Before, this is the optional now. Okay, it should be the same name, delete cells. Okay, comma, comma, type of set. It should be okay. We have to specify the type, so that should be the XLSX. So what we have to do, we have to identify that argument, what all are there. Okay, so not
Mhm.
required to worry as of now. Okay, but it should work before what's it. Let me specify here this all count. I am not going to. All are optional. Whether we are going to pass or not an issue. So let me do it here. Exception. Not required to specify. I think so. Mm-hmm. The type of object 6 field.
Because you already have a delete style sheet name, right? That's why.
No, no, it's not asking. It's asking the first argument
No,
before
no, no.
which.
But I'm saying you naming the same sheet you already have in your Excel file, right? That's why probably doing the error. Can you name it something else like a Tarun? Can you
No,
put it
no, no.
Radhe?
What argument is asking before what sheet you want to insert. So add is okay. Before what sheet you want to insert?
No,
Before
no, no.
what?
I understand. No, but I'm trying to say you're trying to create a sheet name which you already have in your Excel file, delete cells, right? Can you rename the sheet name? Can you try with a different name, please?
Okay. what is asking the C? There are four arguments with this method. What four
Mm-hmm.
arguments? This is the before what sheet you want to insert. So
Mm-hmm.
let's see if you are going to insert. Let me open this line of code. So just see, this is not topic which we have to discuss. This you have to
Mm-hmm.
understand. If you want to insert the sheet, so this is the line of code which we have to write. That's it, nothing else. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
next topic I am going to cover about it. Okay, in
Okay.
detail. So if you want to add, so whatever your active set is there, before this is going to create one more. Okay, that's
Mm-hmm.
it, nothing else. Okay, so what is going to do is going to create a new set just before to the active set. The see
Right.
here, got inserted or not, 6
Right.
that
Right.
one you should understand as of now. Into the next class I am going to discuss about it. Into the next topic. Okay, hope you understand how to
Yes.
insert the cell, how to
Yes.
insert the row, how to insert the column with respect to define range. And if you are going to define the entire row or entire column, then not required to use what entire row and entire column property. You can use directly insert. What? You can use directly insert options. Then
Okay.
yeah. So this is the one. So let me talk about the next topic. What is this? Row and column heading. So already we discussed earlier, right? When I
Right.
was taking the class for the references.
Right. Right.
Yeah, on that time only we discussed about it. So that is the row width and column width. So that all are there, column height. So this is the way to define. So range dot column width. This is whatever width you want to define, you can pass it here. So this is the one. And if you are going to define the multiple range like C1 to D1, so
Mm-hmm.
it's going to increase. So what is the property for the column width? So this is the property range dot column width. So it's
Mm-hmm.
going to increase or decrease. So based on your value, you have to pass. You have to assign. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the one. And second property is this. Whatever range you have defined, columns dot column width. So whatever column are there inside this, so this is the another way to do. The first way, you have to pick the range and column
Mm-hmm.
width.
Right.
Second way, what you have to define the range, and out of that range we have a columns dot column width. Correct?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the one. So you can use any one of these. And third option is what? Columns dot auto fit. So there are three things. Auto fit, let's say here if I am going to pass support. Okay. So now just see here column width. Okay, it's not going to like set in the column, right? It's going to
Mm-hmm.
overlap to the next column, GNS. So what I
Yeah.
want to do, I want to set the column width. So we should here increase like this, correct or not? So
Right.
that is the one. Otherwise, what we can do, we have a auto fit. What if
Right.
you don't know exactly what is the size, we have to keep for this one only to make it visible on the same column. To make it visible on the same column. So
Mm-hmm.
what we are going to do, we are going to try. Okay, let's say 11, let's say 12, let's say 15, like that we are going to try. Correct or not?
Yes.
Just see here what I am going to do. What is the column? F2, right? Range and dot what? F2 dot column width, column width. Here we have width. Okay, this is the one, and we have to specify. This we are going to try. Let's see whether it's going to fit or not. So I'm
Mm-hmm.
going to press enter. So this much size. We have to observe it. Let's try with 20 whether it's going to fit or not. Still it's not fit. Okay? Whatever things
Mm-hmm.
are there is not fit to this column. So what we can do if you want to make it fit whatever things are there, okay, it should fit in that.
Right.
So we have to use what? Columns dot
Out of it.
yeah, auto fit. But with this we are not going to what we are not going to get auto fit. With the help of the range, we are not going to get what autofit property. Correct? What I am trying to say here. Is there
Mm-hmm.
any options? Autofit columns width is there, but there is no option for the autofit. Is there
Mm.
autofit? No.
No.
So in that case, don't try to use this one because This one you can increase or you can decrease the column width, correct? But if you
Mm-hmm.
want to use the auto fit property, then you have to go for this one. Columns dot. Here we have a column width also we have. Same option is
Mm-hmm.
there. Column width or columns
Yeah.
auto fit is there. What?
Yeah.
Column auto fit is there. So we
Mm-hmm.
have to use the auto fit property now. Auto fit. Where is it? Here. What is going to do? Automatically is going to identify whatever size is there for this range is going to make column with that to that size. The C is auto fit. Now is did it right? So this much
Mm-hmm.
space required for auto fit. Got it?
Yeah.
So this is the related to what? Column width and how you can make it manual like the size of that column width. And if you are not happy with that, if you want to make it an auto fit, so you can
Mm.
use this property auto fit property. Correct?
Yeah.
So this is the related to column and same things we can do for the rows also. Simple row height. Earlier we were talking about the column height. Now we are
Right.
talking about the row height. Correct? And if you are
Mm-hmm.
not happy with that and you want to use the auto fit, so with rows property we have auto fit, not with the range directly. With the
Mm-hmm.
range we can't define. Let's say then row height. Row height is there, but there is no option for the auto fit. If you are
Right.
thinking auto fit is there, let me try. Auto fit option is there directly. Whether it's going to work or not, I don't know exactly. But that is not way to define. The range dot auto fit. What auto fit? Correct? It,
Mm-hmm.
it may ask what auto fit. So let me assign some value to the range. Then only we are going to do. I pass the value. Where is passed? It's passed to this cell here. Correct?
Yeah.
Now the C row and height. Correct? So this is the one. It's by default auto fit one only. Correct or not? So what we
Mm-hmm.
have to do? We have to wrap text. What? We have to
Right.
wrap text. Then only it can be right. Let me show here. Okay, if I am going to wrap text, so this is happening like auto fit, right?
Mm-hmm.
So let me make it in a manually here for few text so that you can absorb here. So I am giving the size something different size I am giving. Correct?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
So that you can absorb auto fit size whatever required for this. Now I'm going to reset this one and auto fit C2. Where is the C2? Here, which is not
Mm-hmm.
auto fit, right? So
Right.
that is
Right.
the something different size is there. So let me make it auto fit, but let's see whether it's going to work or not. It's going to throw an error. Auto fit
Mm-hmm.
method of range class 12. So whatever things we have to use the proper format, right, for the auto
Yeah.
fit. It's not going to understand for what auto fit it should do. Right?
Right.
So
Mm-hmm.
that options is available. That doesn't mean कि, okay, you can use directly. Autofit is there. You see, autofit is there, but the problem is it's not going to understand for what. So what we
Right.
have to do, we have to define the rules. Okay, for the rules, it should do autofit. Now it's going to do autofit property. It's going to work. So whatever range we have defined in that range, whatever row are there is the second row only. Okay.
Right.
For that is going to do the autofit. Let's see, is done it or
Yeah.
not? Yes, it's done
Yes.
it. So directly don't try to define. Okay. So that is
Mm-hmm.
the way. If you're talking in terms of rows or in terms of column, then you have to mention first those, either row or column, and then you have to use autofit.
Mm-hmm.
Correct?
Yeah.
So this is the way to do. For the row and column height, nothing is there to explain much about it. Correct? Hope you understand.
Yes, sir.
Yeah. And the second thing, if you want to like the entire range, like a, from like a two to like 100 or thousands row, you can
Yeah.
define like this. Or one thing I want to ask, let's say, like I want to do the auto fit for entire row, whatever are there. Can you let me know how we can do?
Entire row.
Yeah, entire row, whatever are there. I want to make it autofill.
So we can name the column like C to C, right? Or B to
Yeah,
B, something.
yes, exactly. C to C. So in C to C, entire row it will come, even one column, but
Yeah,
entire row. So now
right.
we are going to talk about the rows dot autofill. So this is the way. This now have you observed all the columns, whatever are there, whatever rows are there, it's now autofit mode. Correct or not?
Right.
Yeah.
Hmm.
Earlier it was not in autofit. So how you are going to define? This is the main things, right? You have to
Yeah,
analyze about this one, and then you have to apply. Then,
yeah,
so hope you understand about it. The
yes.
next topic is active and select. Activate and select. What is the difference between active and select? Let's say if I am going to activate the seat or the cell.
Hmm.
Let's say here we have a range. It means C1 to C10. Dot select. Okay. So what is going
Hmm.
to do? Is going to select the range. What
Right.
range is going to select? The
Up
C1
to
to
C10.
C10. The C got selected or not?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes. And if I'm going to make it activate, let me click outside here, and then I'm going to make it activate individual cell to activate. What is going to do?
It's going to activate the cell.
With cell,
Yeah.
with
C
cell
C1.
C1,
C1.
correct? Yes,
Yeah.
exactly, C1. If I am going to define something B1 to B10, what? B1 to B10. Now, if I am going to make it activate, so what is going to do?
It's still going to do B1's activate, right?
Yes, exactly. Only one cell is going to activate.
Right.
Okay, it's got selected the range.
Yeah.
Okay, but out of that, this one is activate. What cell is activate now? B1.
B1. See, you can see
Yes,
the gray out
yes,
part, like the
yes,
white part.
exactly. So B1 got selected, right? So
Hmm.
you can't differentiate now. The thing is, like, let's say if I'm going to use the select, so is there any difference between the activate and select? It's working same or not? Yes,
Uh,
exactly.
yeah,
The C, I'm passing here C1 and C10. C1 and C10, and I'm going
right.
to make it select. So it's
Yeah,
going to select C1 to C10, and out of that, C1 is activated now. Correct?
yeah, yeah,
And same things if you are going to do with the activate to the B1 to the C10, B10 to the B10, and I'm going to activate. Okay, so what is going
hmm,
to do is going to select B1 to B10, and out of that is going to make it activate what? B1.
B1.
Correct. So what is the
Yeah.
difference between the selection and activate? Is there any difference? Select and activate.
If I understand correctly, like let's say if you want to copy the range from somewhere, right? Section,
Mm-hmm.
you're gonna use section, right?
Mm-hmm.
And
Mm-hmm.
then you're gonna activate from V1. So that means you're telling the system to
Mm-hmm.
activate from V1.
Yes, exactly. That is the main one only. The
Yeah,
thing is, if you're talking about the selection, so it's going to move from there to somewhere else. So in that, if you want to make it activate only V5,
hmm,
okay. So whatever range we have selected in that range, so which one is active now? The active cell is what? So this is the active cell.
yeah,
Which which cell is active now? P1, right? Out
yeah,
of that, if we want to make it activate B5, then what we have to do? We have to click on it. The see got activated. And now if I'm going to say select, now you can differentiate. Select. The see, have you observed what is the difference?
right,
Select
right.
and activate. So select means what is going to move from one place to different place to
Yeah,
select it.
yeah,
Okay? So and activate means what? Whatever range you have selected or
yeah,
whatever range you have selected or not selected, not an issue. Is going to activate the particular cell. Let's say I'm talking about the here B1. I'm sorry, just a second. B1 to B10. Okay. B1 to B10. And now I'm going to tell what select. What selected?
Yeah.
Now, what we are going to do, I am going to make it active what? C5. What? C5. If I am going to use the select, so what it means, it will remove this selection part, whatever are there, and it will
Right.
come to the C5 and it will select this one. And
Yeah.
if I am going to, let's see here, what is going to do? So current selection is what? B1 to B10. And
Right.
if I'm going to select the something different range or something different cell, so it will remove whatever selection we did. It will remove that one and it will keep for the current one, whatever we are passing now, which is
Mm-hmm.
C5. So just see here, what going to do is done it like this, correct?
Yeah.
And same way, if you are going to select first, what? B1 to B10, and I am going to select or activate, meaning are same, activate. So this one got activated, and now I'm going to select what? Activate C5.
Yeah.
So whatever range we have selected, not an issue. It will come out from the range. Selection will be there. There is no problem at all. It
Mm-hmm.
will keep that selection for selection area, whatever we have done it, right? And now, and it's going to activate what? C5. The C here, sorry, okay, okay, hello, hello.
Yes. Yes.
If you are in that range, then not an issue. So it's going to activate within a range with that selection area.
Yeah.
Okay. If you're going outside to activate, so it's going to move from there to there.
Yeah.
And within a range, if you want to activate any one of these cells, then we can activate. But
Mm-hmm.
with the selection, it's not possible. Let's say B1 to B10. If I'm going to select, select, the C got selected,
Yeah.
B1 to B2, and out of that if I want to select the B5, so what going to happen is going to select B5 only, correct? It's got
Right.
removed. So with the activate, what is the difference? With the activate, it will be there, the selection mode will be there within a range if you are going to do. Activate, this is activated, and out of this, which one we are going to activate? We are going to activate B5. As of now, B1 is activated, and now I'm going to activate B5. Okay,
Right.
the C is got activated. Okay, B5 in the current selection. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Now,
Mm-hmm.
if you are going to activate somewhere different place, not in this cell, then what is going to happen? It's going to remove that selection.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, the C, like the C5, then what
Yeah.
going to happen is going to move from there, the C to the C5. Done?
Yeah.
So this is the related to the selection. Okay, and few more example are there which I am going to tell you. Related to the seat also, we can select the multiple seats together and then we can activate any one of these. Let me open. So this is the selection. We are going to select this one and this one and this range. And same we are going to activate. So you understand, right? So there is no difference. You can't differentiate. If you are talking about what? Individual cells or
Yeah.
individual range, correct?
Yeah.
So how you can differentiate if you have selected the multiple range, out of that range if you want to activate any one of these. So I have selected the multiple range here. Okay,
Yeah.
the C multiple range, like this is B A15 to B15, B20 and B17 to something like this, right? So let me
Yeah.
execute this line of code. Now is pass the value somewhere. Mhm. Where is power to value?
Which is sheet name. Select and activate.
That is the activate sheet. So let's say we are here only. Okay,
Mhm.
row and height only. Okay, this is the activate only. And now it's going to pass what? It's going to select the range. What range is going to select? A15 to B20 and then C17 to F20 and this many are there, right? It's going to
Right.
select now. So the C multiple range got selected or not? Yes.
Yeah.
This many range got selected. Correct? These four
Mhm.
range got selected. Okay. So
Yeah.
now out of this range, which one is active now? Which one is active now? This is the B15. Correct?
Yeah. Hmm.
Yeah. So B15 is activate now. So out of that, if you want to move any one of these selection, not here if you want to move to this selection or we want to
Yeah.
move to this selection, then how we can move? So if you are going to use the select, then it's going to remove that selection, whatever you have current selection. It will remove
Right.
and it will pick the something different one, whatever you were specified.
Hmm.
And out of that, if you want to activate any one of these within a range, selection range, then
Yeah.
it's not going to remove the selection part. Okay, fine. So let me
Yeah.
execute here.
Yeah. Yeah.
Correct? The seat
Yeah.
got activated. This is the
Yeah.
one. And now if you are going outside somewhere else, A18 to B20. Where is the A18 to B20? Within this range.
Yeah.
Within a selection only we are going to select.
Right.
Within a selection, right? So
Hmm.
it's not going to make effect, I think so. The see is not making any effect to this. If you are going out of this somewhere else, then it's going to make difference. What?
Hmm.
Then it's going to make difference. Okay. So let me reset it once again. And here we have to define one more thing so that you can absorb. This is the A24 or 25 if I'm going to activate. Okay. Then what is going to do? It will remove the selection part and it will
Right.
come to
Because
this.
we're going out of the window. Yeah.
Yes, out of that selection highlighted area. So let me execute here. And now this is activated. Now this one got activated. Now if you are going to activate out of the range, whatever selection highlighted things are there, if you are
Mhm.
going out of that somewhere outside, then it's going to remove this. Correct? Last time we have understood. Correct or not? The see,
Yeah.
whatever selection part was there, it's got removed. Within a selection range, if you want to activate any one of these, so we can do like this. Fine?
Hmm.
Yeah. So now we are talking about in terms of six. Okay, like sit one, if you want to activate what it means,
Hmm.
and if you want to select what it means. Select means what? Like let me see the sit one. Where is it? Somewhere is there sit one. This is activated now.
Yeah.
And along with this, we are going to select the sit three. You see now it's jump to this sit to this sit. Is there any difference between these two? Activate and selection? No, both are same.
Yeah.
But how you can say if you are going to select the multiple seats together. So how
Hmm.
you can select the multiple seats together? So we have to define array. Array means what? The collection of the items. What item you are going to pass here? That mean set one, set two, and set three, and that is the list. Array means what? The list. Which list? The set list. Set one,
Mm.
set two, and set three, and we are specifying inside what worksheet. So it's going to talk about what three sheets together. What three sheets together, and we are
Mm.
going to select all together. Correct? What we are going to do? We are going to select all together. As of now, sheet three is there or not? Yes. So now we
Yeah.
are going to select these three sheets together. Sheet one,
Mm.
sheet two, and sheet three. Correct? The sheet
Yeah.
got selected. But out of this, which one is activated now?
Sheet two.
Sit one. This observe carefully.
Oh, out of the top.
Yeah,
Okay. Okay.
yeah. Here. This is sit one, and this one was the first one. So that's the reason it's activated. And now, if you want to activate the sit two or sit three, then how you can? So that is the this one meaning of this. So we
Correct.
can activate. That is the one. The seat 2 is activated now.
Mhm.
Correct? So if you have selected the multiple range, and out of that range, if you want to activate any cell which is inside that highlighted area, then it's
Yeah.
going to activate. What? Then it's going to activate. And and if you are going to activate out of that highlighted area or highlighted range, then what it's going to do is remove the highlighted range, whatever you have highlighted, and it will activate the outside the cell, whatever you are going to activate.
Mhm.
Correct? And same
Mhm.
way is applicable for the seeds also. If you have selected the multiple seeds, like this way you can select the multiple seeds. Out of that, which one you want to activate, so you can activate. If you are going out of this seed, then
Right.
what will happen? Then it will remove the selection and then it will
Right.
activate. Let's say if I am going to activate this seed,
Right. So
hide
it's
and
going to
hide rows and column.
it's going to unselect the top three sheet and
Yes, exactly.
just
Let me do it here. Correct? And where we have a zip file. Correct? This recently got created. Correct?
mhm.
Now, so let me execute this line of code. Correct? Now we are going to select the entire one, not entire
Right.
like sit 1, sit 2 and sit 3 all
Yeah.
together. Got selected? Yes.
Yeah.
Now we are going to, what is the active sit now? This is the sit 1. Now if we want to activate the sit 2, so we can activate sit 2. Now got activated. Now if you are going to activate sit 5, which is not within a distance. Okay, so we were talking about this one. So what it's going to do is going to activate outside this seat, right? So that
Right.
selection mode it will get removed. If you are going to activate
Yeah.
out of this range, out of this seats. So what
Right.
it's going to do is going to remove these seats, whatever are there or whatever are selected now, and it will
Right.
activate to the outside that seat. The seat, uh, okay, the seat 1, seat 2 and seat 3 got removed and seat 5 is
Right.
activated now. And we can second. So hope you understand what is the difference between the activate and select, right?
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
somewhere it's going to work, like work will be the similar, but where you can identify what is the difference between the select and activate. So
Yeah.
within a range, whatever things you have selected, within that range, if you want to activate any cell within that
Mm.
highlighted area, then you
Yeah.
can use what activate, correct?
Right.
So where you are going to use, what is the mean of it? Where you are going to use. Let's say here we have a some range. Okay. Here I have some value, and here I have a some name. What? Let's say I'm going to define name here. Okay. This is the name. So this is my range. Okay. Where I want to do the sorting. What? I want to do the sorting. So what you are going to do? You are going to define the range or not? Yes, exactly.
Yeah.
What range you are going to define? G G3 to
G3 to
H
H9.
H9, yes exactly. And then you are going to select or you are going to activate, no problem at all. So got selected, yes exactly, it's got selected now. But
Mm.
out of this, if you want to do the filter on behalf of this column, so
Yeah.
whatever like active set is there, active column is there, is going to work on it. But if you want to activate first this one, let's say if I am going to right click on it,
Mhm.
you have not done the Excel class, right? So here I have to explain about it. So if I'm going to do the sorting, so on behalf of what is going to do the sorting?
It depends. Whatever you want to do, ascending, descending, small to
Yeah, so
big, big.
tell me on behalf of which column is going to do the sorting? On behalf of this or on behalf of this?
The G column first, right?
Yeah, D column, the C, smallest to largest. Yes,
Mhm.
it's done it, is smallest to largest.
Yeah.
Correctly, fine, no problem at all. But if I want to do on behalf of name, so name should be in ascending and descending order. Then how we can do?
So you can do it by column H now, right?
Yes, how we can do? Then right
Uh,
click on this column.
yeah.
Yeah, I did. Same thing is coming what? Smallest to largest and largest to smallest.
Yeah.
So if I'm going to do, it
No,
will
you
work.
go to advanced, right? The data tab. Right?
Yeah, advanced. Then,
So yeah, sort by
yeah, S column.
H.
Yes,
Yeah,
exactly. S
yeah,
column. Then we can click on OK, and it's going to do the sorting.
right.
The another way is you have to active your cell. So within this range, which one is active now?
Mm-hmm.
H cell, H column cell is active now. Now
Right.
we can do the sorting A to Z. Right?
Mm.
Not required to go for the what advanced or custom sorting.
Oh,
Correct?
okay.
Yes. So that is the meaning of it, right? If you are going to do the sorting like based on the some columns, so you have to active first. If it's this cell is active, then it's going to do the sorting behalf of what? Behalf of the smallest to largest or largest to smallest, because in this we have a number. In
Right.
this column we have a text. So here we are
Yeah.
getting what option? The A to Z or Z to A. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
Correct or not? Yes.
Yeah.
So what we have to do within a range, we have to make it active. Either G column or S column or I column, whatever are there. So
Mm-hmm.
how we can active? So with the help of this select and active, we can do. So that is the use of it. Okay. Later we are going to use when we are going to talk about the sorting, how we are going to do the sorting. Okay. So we are going to use this concept, select and active. Then
Yeah.
so this is the one. And the next one we are going to talk about hide and unhide rows and columns. So that's very easy, nothing else. So here the old things we are using, right? Is there any problem to understand about it?
No.
Okay. The border line we are going to make it Excel continuous. The interior like background color of that cell. This we are going to make it what yellow, BB yellow, RGB yellow. It should be BB yellow. Okay, BB yellow. Okay, and the next one is what? And then the entire we have to define like columns dot height property. So
Mm.
columns and then columns have a height property. So whatever are there, even we can specify the range also here, not an issue. And within that range, whatever columns are there, it will be height. Okay. Let's see what column are there. Let me pass some value to this thing. I copy and now I'm going to pass. This is the one. Okay. You see. Okay. Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. Then C7, C7 to C8. What? C8. Now what I'm going to do, I'm going to hide. So whether is there hide property or not directly. Let's see. Heading is there. Okay. Heading. Good. So what we are going to do, directly we are going to use the hidden property to do things. What? Hello?
Mm. Yes.
Sorry? Okay, what we are going to do, we have defined the range and now that hidden property is there. What? That hidden property is there. The C dot hidden property is there. So we can use this one and we can make it true. But can you let me know if you are going to use the hidden property, so things is going to hide, either row or column?
It's going to should hide a column, right?
No. Whether we have specified somewhere, we have specified somewhere else the row or column. We have defined the range and we are calling hidden property. Correct? So it's
Mm-hmm.
not going to work. It's going to throw an error. We have to mention either
Oh, yeah.
row
We
or
have to
column.
define either a column or rows, right?
Yes, exactly. So we have to define. So that property is there, but we can't use directly. What? Hidden property is there, but we can't use directly. You see, dot hidden. So we can't use directly. Make it true. No problem at all. But the thing is, we are going to put an error. Let's see. I'm going to press. the hidden property of the range class. Unable to set the hidden property of the range class. Okay,
Mhm.
we can't. It's not getting understand. What we have to do, we have to tell you, okay, dot columns, what columns dot hidden.
Mhm.
Now it's going to understand we are talking about what columns only within this range. So which column is there? C8, C7 to C8. In
Mhm.
this range, how many columns are there?
Two.
Only one column. Column.
Oh,
There are two rows, but one column.
yeah. Okay. Okay. Yeah.
Correct or not?
Mhm.
Yeah. So this is the one. And so what we have to do? Let me try here. Okay. Invalid use of the properties, whatever we are defining. So this way also we can't define. So we have to define like that. C column, then C to C. Okay. C to C, and then we have to use. This is the one. Invalid. Okay, I'm sorry. I did a small mistake here. It was C7, right? C7 to C8, and then we have to make it what true or false, right? I forgot to mention. Hello, hello.
Yes. Yes. I'm here.
Yeah, just see here. Now I am going to press the enter. So got hidden or not? C column.
Yeah.
Yes, because we have specified the range. What range we have mentioned here? C7 to C8. So out of
Mhm.
this range, C7 to C8, how many columns are there? Only one column. Correct?
Mhm.
So then, and we are going to what? We are going to hide property. We are going to make it true. So true means what is going to hide. And if you want to unhide, what we have to do? We have to make it false. This is this came back. And if you are going to
Mhm.
define something what instead of C, we are going to pass E, C to E. So C5, C7 to E8. From here, from here to here, whatever column are there is going to hide. So how many column are there?
Three columns.
Yeah, three columns. Now it's going to hide the three columns. Sorry, it's a false. It's a P true. So now this is got got hide or not? Yes, it got hide.
Yeah. Yeah.
It got hidden. And if you want to make it visible, then you can make it false. So here range is playing most important role, right? And
Mhm.
if you want to hide G and H also along with this, so what you can do, you can specify G colon H also. Like this you can specify or you can define the range. No problem at all.
Mhm.
So whatever columns are there within a range, then is going to make it what? The C to E and S to
Yeah.
G to H. Got right? And if you want to
Yeah.
make it visible on a screen, then you can make it what? False. Got it?
Yep.
Yeah. So this is the way to make it what? Hide row and column to row, whatever are there. So for the rows with it, so here is going to what? Hide only D column and is going to make it visible. Correct?
Mhm.
And D2E and D2E is going to make it what? Visible. And if you want to hide the multiple columns, so you can define like this. C to
Right.
D and F to F and G to I. Okay, the multiple
Mhm.
one you can define, and in that case we use what entire column. So that is the one
Mhm.
all one option is there entire column. With that also we can do, or we can do with the columns, no problem at
Mhm.
all. With both property we can do.
Yep.
Right? So this is the way which we can define. So this is for the column, and let me see for the rows also it's the same way. Okay, rows dot heading property. Rows dot heading, and directly don't try to use the heading property because it's not going to understand what things we have to hide. Or maybe let me specify here C colon C. What? C colon C, and now I'm going to hide it and make it true. C is visible? Yes, it's visible. Now we are talking about what? Entire column, right?
Right.
Let's see
Right.
whether it's going to hide or not. No, even it's not going to hide. Even we are talking about the entire column, but it's not going to understand. what things it should hide as a row of column. Correct?
Yeah, because we have to define the column, right?
Yeah, columns or rows. Okay, so that is the way. Or we can define like this. Okay, entire. If I am going to use what entire rows
Column.
and then hidden property, and then I am going to make it true. Then what going to happen? In this whatever are there from the one to entire end is going to
Yeah,
hide the entire one. You see, nothing is visible on the screen.
yeah.
And what we have to do, we have to make it false. Right? Okay. So while doing this all the things, the range is playing most important role, right? Adding and
Mm-hmm.
unpacking. So this is the one, and one thing is pending now. So you done it, right? You got it. This all the things, right?
Yeah, yeah.
And we have one more, the columns and row. If you want to hide the entire whatever things are there, so
Mm-hmm.
like that way also we can specify.
Mm-hmm.
Rows dot entire column dot height is going to hide, and rows dot entire column dot height property. Then it's going to hide and unhide the entire row and entire column. Then
Mm-hmm.
hello.
Yes.
Yeah. So this is the one. Okay. Like to make it what height and unhide. Let's say you have a multiple hidden sheet are there. So if I'm going to hide this many columns, let's say, let me hide it. Okay, I'm going to hide many columns now. You see, these all are hidden now. And if you want to unhide the entire one, what? If you want to unhide the entire
Mm-hmm.
column, then how you can do? Is there anything in your mind?
I mean, basically, when I usually do it, I select the entire sheet and then unhide, right? In Excel.
Entire sheet? Oh, no, not in Excel. Yes, exactly. In Excel, that is very simple. We are going to
Right.
select like this and we are going to make it unhide,
So
right?
I'm
So I'm
assuming
talking in terms
I'm
of
assuming
VBA.
we can do the
In
same thing
terms
in
of VBA.
VBA, like select the entire sheet and hide, right?
Yeah, how we can select entire.
So we can select the sheet, right? Sheet name.
Okay, sheet name. Okay, and then related to this is something are coming. No, we are talking about the range. Okay, range. Okay, and then here that is the one way
Yeah.
is here. The columns dot entire column dot height. So you can use like this. What? Columns columns dot entire columns dot hidden property. You can make it
Mm-hmm.
false. What? You can make it false. So this is the one way to do. So just see here, entire things is going to annihilate. You see, correct or not?
Mm-hmm.
Entire things is came out. And one thing is there in my mind, which I'm going to tell you. Okay, let's see. I'm going to hide the few rows and columns so that you can understand. But like this way, what you can do if let's say in your mind it's not coming. What? It's not coming.
Mm-hmm.
You are talking about okay with the range only we can do. The range you have to define like this, one to one. Correct or not?
Mm-hmm.
One to one. Let's see. Dot what? Columns. What? Columns. Dot
And
heading.
hide. Yeah.
Heading. Make it true. Make it false. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So one to one in that what all column are there, it should unhide, right or not? So this is the one. Just see if that thing is not coming in your mind, then you can use this concept. Correct or not? So
Okay.
in this, yeah, if you're going to talk about one to one, so one to one is what? Entire column. Correct?
Mm-hmm.
So we are talking about the first row where like all the columns are coming. So entire this column we are going to unhide that property.
Mm-hmm.
Okay? So like this way you can use if these things is not coming in your mind. Done?
Mm-hmm.
So this is the one way and set references. What is this? Okay, yeah. This is related to the hierarchy and all. You understand this topic?
Oh, this is easy. Yeah, yeah.
And this is really right. So sometimes it's not coming in your mind, then you can use this concept. Okay,
Mm-hmm.
no
Mm-hmm.
problem. And set references. This one already you are aware about it. Let's say if you want to work for the sit one, what you want to work for the now we are in sit 5 and now
Mm-hmm.
you want to jump to the sit 1, then how
Right.
you can jump?
Activate the sheet.
Yeah, we sit. Then how you are going to? So you are going to talk not from the range. You are going to talk in terms of what work sit. Correct or not?
Right.
So this is the one work sits, and then you are going to mention that name. What is the sit name? Sit one. Okay, and then you are going to make it activate. Correct or not? You are going
Right.
to
Right.
make it activate or you are going to select. That is
Right.
the one way to do, right? And in that, let's say we have a two Excel file we have, which is
Mm-hmm.
the Microsoft new. And now just see here, if I'm going to execute this line of code, we are going to get an error. What worksheet? Which worksheet? Now you are telling okay, sheet one you can activate.
Right.
Let's say Tarun set is there in that main file.
No.
Let's say is there okay, dot activate.
Mm-hmm.
Where is going to activate?
No, it's not because there's no sheet. Tarun, right?
No, let's say here we have one seat by name of Tarun.
Uh-huh. Uh-huh.
Tarun. Okay, here is there,
Yeah.
and we have opened this seat. And now I'm going to execute this line of code.
Yeah.
So where what is going to do?
It's going to activate a tab, Tarun tab, right?
Where is this? So now the main thing is here. Which one is active now? The active file is this new
Yeah.
worksheet Excel, new Microsoft Excel. So it's
Mm.
going to search Tarun is there in this or not?
Right.
Yes. So is there any Tarun tab? No.
Not in this, but supposedly
Yes,
there's one.
exactly.
Yes.
So it's going to say okay out of range.
Right.
Whatever you are defining is out of range. If we are in this seat, then it's going to activate the Tarun. The
Right.
seat is going to activate the Tarun. Got activated? Yes,
Yeah.
got activated. But the thing is, if you want to activate the sit one from this file, so what you have to do before making activate the sit, you have to activate your Excel file. What? You
Mm-hmm.
have to activate your Excel file first.
Right.
What you have to do? You have to activate your Excel file. So what we have to do? We have to call workbook. What?
Right.
Workbook, and then you have to tell that name. What is the
Right.
name? New Microsoft something was there. What is the name of this file? New Microsoft worksheet something is there, right? So we have to give that name. Then only it's
Right.
going to activate, and then whatever you want to do, you can do in that. Let's say
Yeah.
I'm giving that name, new worksheet. I'm going to specify here, and then I'm going to close it, and then activate. You say yes. So now doesn't mean what as of now what is the active file? This is the active file. Correct?
Right.
So what
Right.
it's going to do is going to activate your another file where you
Right.
want to work. The see you have to absorb this. Like, okay. You see, now which one is active now?
Tarun?
No, this is the what? This file, right? Sit2 file. It should activate this file.
It should, but I only seeing your one file, right?
Let
So
me,
if
yeah,
this is a
let me execute. You see,
yeah,
okay, it's not going to activate. No, it's activated, but that is the,
hiding, right? So maybe it's because of small, but I don't know.
yeah, I think so. Let me make it bigger one. Then I am going to execute now. Yeah,
No,
let's see.
yeah,
Yeah, it's going to activate this one. Okay. So first you have to activate your workbook where you want to work, and then you have to activate your tab, and then you
right.
have to, start working on it. So that is the way you have to do. Otherwise, we are going to get error. So here
So
I
in this
started.
in this in this case, now we have the workbook. If I were to activate the sheet in this one, so because there's only one, but if let's say there was three, then I have to say worksheet, right? And then the name of the worksheet, and then
Yes,
activate.
exactly. And if you have opened the multiple Excel file, then
Right.
what you have to do? Then what you have to do? You have to activate first that work file. So
Yeah.
that is the correct like a path for that, like the references. Okay, where you want to work. Or
Yeah.
what you can do? You can activate first your workbook, then activate your worksheet, and then start working on it. And
Right.
if you want to work at once, then what you can do? You can uh, give the this path directly, no problem at
Right.
all. But if you want to work like many things, if you want to do many things, then you have
Yeah.
to activate your file, and then you have to activate your worksheet, and then you
Right.
have to start working on
Right.
it. Then, so
Hmm.
so this is the related to what cell references, set
Yeah.
references. Okay, so this much things we have discussed today.